All right,
No.
with Fox Paranormal. Hey guys, excuse me. It's kind of rain, Texas. I'm not in Central Texas. Uh, the Wi-Fi is kind of. What the hell? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, there you go. The Wi-Fi's, but we're gonna do the best we can.
Okay.
And plus, I'm usually in my studio football game. My son wanted to go to. He goes to school up here in Northeast Texas, deep Northeast Texas. I mean, they got trees about as tall as buildings out here, so it's kind of cool, but then again, it's kind of creepy too.
Oh,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? All right, forget about me, Fox. Tell the world a little bit about Fox Paranormal. What's going on with you guys today?
Well, I'm Destiny Fox, and I've got Michelle Perez with me. Michael will be stepping in here just a little bit. He's running a little late, running his errands for me. But we are Fox Paranormal, and we're located in Carrollton, Georgia. Um, we have a page on Facebook, Fox Paranormal. I run a little group called the Paranormal Chat. Also have a little group where paranormal teams can join. They can share their podcast, anything about their team, events, and that is called Fox Paranormal
Yes.
Advertising. Michelle has to keep me straight.
That's okay. Somebody's got to keep somebody straight every now and then.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is raining. All right, guys. This is weird. I mean, this is the first time I ever done a podcast in a car.
First time for everything.
Actually, I thought I would be back at the hotel, but my son wanted to come to the game, so he's getting soaking wet. I'm laughing at him. But anyway, hey, you know what? It's great to have you guys on. I really appreciate you guys coming on the show. Um, Normally, it's a little bit more formal, but please forgive me.
It's fine. It's fine.
And like I say, Texas weather is very unpredictable.
Georgia is too.
You know, hell, we might get snow tomorrow. I don't know, man. I haven't checked the weather.
I just got back from visiting my brother in Austin. He said there was about a 3 month drought, and the day after we land, it pours the whole time we're there. So I
Oh,
guess we brought Georgia weather to Texas. So
what part of Austin did you live in?
a little town called Jarrell or Jarrell. Jarrell, I think it's Jarrell.
Gerald? Yeah, yeah. That's just north of Austin, just north of Georgetown. Actually, I just passed through that little town
Oh
on my
wow.
here.
Yeah.
Uh, if you ever get a chance, you should investigate that town because it's a paranormal hotspot.
Well, I was a little upset after we leave. I find out that just down the street in Georgetown is where Texas Chainsaw Massacre was filmed.
Actually, yes and no.
Okay.
Let me give you a little history on that. It was filmed actually in Round Rock. Actually, yes, between Round Rock and Pflugerville.
Okay.
The house is still there. Actually, believe it or not, um, it's a pretty interesting house. Actually, the cemetery that they filmed in it also was filmed in Leander, Texas, and the road that those kids were on, that
Yes.
was actually filmed in Leander also. But you have to but you have to go back and account 40 years ago, maybe longer, when they first made that movie. That all the stuff, everything that was there then is not there now.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The And what's so crazy about it? they went all over Central Texas to film that movie. You remember the little bitty convenience store that they
Yes.
had in that movie? They stopped. Actually, that particular part was filmed in Bastrop.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's weird how they went all over Central Texas just to get a segment here, a segment there, and a segment here. And from what I heard is the owner of that little convenience store is now suing somebody for the copyrights of that little store that was in the movie. So it's getting kind of crazy over there, about that. But we did investigate back that cemetery, and it was a pretty cool cemetery. Uh, the sock is actually, I don't know if you guys remember, if you guys ever seen that movie, there was a sock on the, I don't know what it's for, but there was like a legendary sock on the side of a plot. And believe it or not, guys, that sock is still there.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. That sock is still. I don't know what's the purpose of it, but it has a historical value to it about that sock. But anyway, forget about me, guys. Hey, tell me a little bit about Fox Paranormal. Tell me some of the little creepy stories that you guys got out there. How many is part of your team? All that good stuff.
We have 16 members, and we've recently just have cut off bringing any new members in because it's kind of like we all work together now, and we know how each other react in situations.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little family type unit. Our page used to be called Fox Family Paranormal, and that's what a lot of people still call us because we're like a family unit. We're all close. We do function like a family, and we're around each other all the time. All of our team members are close by and close to us. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we've we started Fox Paranormal in January of 2013. So in this coming January, it'll be 10 years that we've had Fox Paranormal. But we've
Wow.
investigated before with other teams, independently investigated as well. So definitely was not a stranger to paranormal when we started out with Fox Paranormal.
Well, to add on also to a little bit of what Destiny said, we are a Christian-based paranormal team, and we
Okay.
also we do the investigations together, but we also go to church together.
Yeah, we're just always
Okay.
together. Always together.
Well, here's the question. I'm about to start asking you questions on that because a lot of people don't like to mix the two. And how are you guys able to keep it? How can I say it? How are you guys able to keep the church and the paranormal separate?
Well, actually, we don't. We have done several exorcisms in our church. Our church is very open to the paranormal. We are related to the pastor of the church who used to travel to Haiti, places in the Bahamas, and hold services and actually cast out demons. So our church is very open to the
Wow.
paranormal. They support us, and we consider ourselves a ministry of our church because what we do is a ministry to us.
Okay. Cool. I mean, because most people that I know that are very into church, and they're Christians or Catholics, Methodists, Baptists. Every time I ask that question, they always seem, well, we try to keep it separate. We try to keep, church on one side and what we do in our personal lives on the other side. But you know what? If you guys find a way to actually bring that together as one, hey man, kudos for you guys. I mean, that is something special. You know, uh,
It really is.
and it's
Our
pretty cool that you guys are able to do that.
Yeah. Um, our church is open to paranormal. We've actually uh, have paranormal experiences inside of our church on the property around there, and um, the pastor's very
Oh wow,
supportive.
really?
He actually has been on not investigating the paranormal, but as needed, if a client would rather have a minister come in and bless the property, we try to bring him with us. If they want just a house cleansing, I got
Right.
them, but sometimes they want just a little bit more, and so we're able to do that. And some of our former clients, well, they're always clients after we work with them, actually have attended or are attending our church.
Cool.
We're we are
Thanks.
ridiculed a lot. We are ridiculed a lot by other churches and other church going people, because that they think we're devil worshippers and stuff like that, which we're not. They don't understand. We feel like we have a
Yeah.
calling, and our intention and goal is helping people with paranormal problems that normally would think, hey, I'm going insane. And of course, when anybody calls you about a case, the first thing they say is, I have a demon in my house. Well, sometimes it's just the refrigerator knocking, so even if we're able to verify it's nothing, just your home
Right.
noises, at least we've accomplished something with our clients.
Oh, definitely, definitely. That's what it's all about, man. It's all about doing the right thing. Make sure you take care of the clients, and make sure that they feel comfortable in their home.
Absolutely.
Because the worst thing somebody, because the worst thing is feeling uncomfortable to a home that you have to go to, yet you have to live in. Now, I don't think nobody should live like that. You
No,
know,
they should.
another question, guys. Yeah, another question that I have for you guys, which you guys just brought up, is how does the other church and the people in your community, how they feel about you guys, so you win some and you lose some on that one. You know what I'm saying? Because you
Right.
always gonna have something that's gonna, talk, down on you. Especially when you're trying to help people. It's all about helping people. And
You know,
too bad,
even
it's crazy. Go ahead.
even putting religion aside, there's people that's going to do that regardless. Whether you're
Oh yeah,
pagan, Christian, Catholic, or whatever, there's always somebody that's negative. So, religion aside from all that, it's just that's the way people are.
yeah. Hey, my family think I'm a bunch of. They think I'm a nutcase.
Some of mine think I'm a nutcase too, so we're right there
You
together.
So so tell me, how do your family feel about this? I mean, what does if your parents are still alive, what do you think your parents would actually think about you doing this?
Well, my parents have gone on to glory, but um, some of my family are supportive. Matter of fact, the only one that maybe was not supportive of the paranormal was my son. And for a long time, it's like, you're bringing stuff home, Mama. Y'all just need to stop this. It needs to stop now. And then now, he's a member of our team. So, and the rest of the family, they're just excited because they get to hear about our adventures.
Right.
So we
What
have a
do you
very
think?
supportive family.
What do you think exactly? What do you think? What happened to him that opened up his eyes a little bit?
Um, with the paranormal activity that was going on in our home at the time, and he began to
Hmm.
realize why we were doing this. In our early years, it started out thrill seeking. We just wanted the thrill of
Right.
seeing a shadow moving in a cemetery, or being touched in the dark and no human has touched you, or the little hair tugging. Just, it was excitement. We were excited about it. And regardless who called or what the claims were, we didn't care. We were gone. And then, it
Exactly.
turned into a whole lot more. it turned into a mission to actually help people, because as we began to get away from the thrill seeking of paranormal investigating, we began to see, as we were going in clients' home, how afraid they were. Or we begin to see scratches on their children being affected. And so it's slowly through time, our goals for this changed. And right about that time is when my son realized, hey, they're helping people. I want to help people too. So he is
Whoa.
in this, and he works our table when we go to Paracons, and he's excited. He actually has never been on an investigation yet, but he gets that opportunity next Saturday night. A week from tonight, his first investigation, and he's excited, and we are too.
Oh wow. Okay. If you guys, let's talk about Georgia, the state as a whole. I know a lot of history, a lot of negative history, a lot of good things happened there, but it seemed like it was more, from what the history books are saying, there was more bad than good. Are you guys able to find some of that in some of your locations that you guys have been to?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, yeah. Michael, do you want to sit down?
I can stand here.
Yeah, you can sit down with us. We'll scrooch in.
Yeah,
Come
just
on
got
in
here.
here. Terry, this is my husband, Michael. And my dog, Addie, may jump up here. Who knows? Who knows?
She's our parapup.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hello.
But we have a
All
lot
right.
of,
How's it going?
It's going pretty good.
we have in our area.
That's good. That's good.
We were sort of borderline Creek Indian, Cherokee Indian, just different types of things going on, and the history, the Confederate
Yeah.
history,
Confederate
battles
history.
fought close to here. As a matter of
Trail of
fact,
Tears.
and we're close to the Trail of Tears, very close. Matter of fact, and that plays a big role in the haunted history of Georgia.
Wow. Now I know Savannah is probably one of the most haunted places in Georgia. I would like to go there, check it out. Can you
Oh,
tell
I
me a little
love
bit about
Savannah.
Savannah?
I love Savannah. Yes. We went to the cemetery there in Savannah, the big one. I can't remember the name of it. In broad open daylight, we had paranormal experiences there. We were just walking through the cemetery, and Michael had his phone out in front of him. And we're walking along, and all of a sudden, his phone went flying from his hand and landed how far away from you?
About 5 to 6 feet in front of us.
It was just jerked
So
out of
it
his
pulled
hand.
forward.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Yeah, broad
Man, I
open
bet
daylight.
you probably had an interesting. I bet you had a very interesting conversation with the person that did that. Like, why in the hell you pull my phone? Why? Cost me
For
money.
real.
Yeah, you know what these things cost?
Oh yeah,
Ordered new
they're
ones.
not cheap. I know that for sure. Guys, do you guys have a preference on where you like to investigate, or it's open, just an open book?
It's sort of open. Some of our team members like to go in cemeteries, which used to fascinate me a lot. I would rather go to famous haunted places, outside of client based.
Me personally, I prefer residents because I do like that feeling of being able to help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do too. I like residents.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. It is. Because, when you go into a private residence to investigate, there's always something different. All the claims may be similar, but how you deal with the situation, it varies client to client.
And again, that Christian-based group that we are, sometimes we go into other people's homes and they necessarily don't believe the same way we do.
True.
But you know, we don't advertise when we go in someone's home.
Right.
Hey, you know, we're church going folks. You know that we go in as Fox Paranormal, and then you know if they want the house
Right.
cleansed, I do offer them a couple of options. You know, we can sage it. We can put out sea salt.
Okay. Are you guys able to see the comments that are popping up?
I will look. Let me see.
Yeah, we do have some.
Yes. Jeremy Leonard
Okay,
says he's
Mr. Charles B.
green
Jackson said,
shirt.
what about the
What about
yeah?
the?
What about the metal chair that followed that guy?
Oh yeah. Charles is
Yeah.
like a family member. He joined us on an investigation in Bowden, Georgia. We were actually investigating a
Uh-huh.
building where the people had bouncy houses and stuff for children in, and I won't call the name of it. They did sell the business, and there is another business there now. But they were having paranormal activity there in the building. So Charles is a resident of Bowden, and he joined us, and he was able to tell us a lot of history about the area that we were in. And the metal chair, let me tell you. So we set up the DVR system. We have everything going. We're ready to investigate. And we're looking on the camera, and we saw a metal chair, which was holding a camera, just slowly start turning. And I mean, it was moving. It almost
Wow,
turned
really?
completely all the way around. And so we're like, yes, we've got the evidence. We've got it, you know. Come to find out, the one in charge of actually turning the DVR system on forgot to turn it on recording, but we were still able to go back and see
Oh
it
no!
through the recording that the business owner had. It really did. That chair turned. We were behind the building in the alley, and Charles was with me and Michael, and I'm walking down through there, and I said, you know, we always let people who are investigating with us know where we're going, you know, at all times, you know, just trying to keep up with everybody. So I remember looking at Michael and Charles, and I said, I'm going to walk down here for a minute. And Charles will have to remind me, what exactly did the boy say? Oh, it said, be careful.
Yeah, it said be careful.
And so I turned around because I thought it was Charles, and I said, I will. And they're like, what did you say? Why did you say that? And neither one of them had told me to be careful.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, it
That
really
is
was.
bad. Hey, tell me some of the creepiest locations in Georgia that you guys have been to.
That would be one of our former team members' homes, and I won't call her name, but she actually
Was it
lives
that
on a
bad?
property. Well, we love her and she loves us. There's no hard feelings. I just don't want to advertise her name or property so she won't have people trying to sneak in and see her little
Right.
spirit. But they have
I understand.
a home. They have a home there that actually was a 3-story home, and the home actually caught on fire from a wood stove. And since the fire, they've had paranormal activity. They've attempted to rebuild the home. They're living on the property. We've investigated there. I actually saw an apparition there, standing about halfway up the stairs. And when we were doing the investigation and we were about to leave, this man in overalls looked at me and he said, ask her if I can stay. And so I remember it was kind of, and it's the weirdest thing, and this has never happened to me again. It was the only time it's ever happened. It was like I was in a sort of a trance-like state. And I do remember everything that I'd done, but it was like I had no control over it at the time. I remember walking from this man around the corner, and I said, Pam, he wants to know. Well, I just said her name. Oh, heck. Sorry, Pam. Well, since I've said it, I said, Pam, he wants to know if he can stay. She won't be mad at me for saying that. And she said, yes, as long as he doesn't cause problems, as long as, he wants to stay, he can stay. Because she's always felt like there was like a caretaker of the property there. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
it used to be a plantation, I think. And I felt like and she felt like that he was really there to protect the property because that's where he had always taken care of things in life. So he wanted to remain and take care of things in death. And I remember going back and forth and talking to him. I would talk to him, he would give me the response, and then I would go back to where she was, and I was kind of mediating this conversation between them. And that's never happened to me again. It was the first time and the only time. She has all kind of things going on there. Maybe a little cryptid going on out in her woods in that area. She has taken pictures, and you can plainly see a Confederate soldier's uniform. You can see him standing there, and you can see the buttons going down his coat. I would say that, and then another location up in Carrollton is one that actually went home with Michael and I after the investigation and affected us for almost a year. It kind of messed with us bad.
Oh, wow.
It really did. And it would be between those two.
Mine, you know where mine's at.
Absolutely.
Mine's North Georgia. We had a very intense couple of investigations at a residence, and it was, on a spiritual level. It was on a almost an attachment level. There was possibly even what do you call it? Elementals.
Yeah.
Possession.
The people who lived on the property that she's talking about, one of their roommates actually went out to a place in the woods and was summoning demons. And
that was in an old water pump house. Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he had went out there, and you could see evidence where rituals were in this building. We were in that building, and I felt something run. It felt like a hand going from my lower back right up my back. And I remember looking around at my husband and saying, "Not now, baby." And nobody was there. So, yeah.
Now, Charles said he mentioned that we did have some good experiences at the jails. He said, "Didn't you have some good experience at the jail?"
Okay.
Did.
Which one? But that case, Michael and I had went outside, and we were about to pack everything up and go, and we were just setting out in the vehicle talking. Michael was on the driver's side, and I was on the passenger side. My door was open, and I was just sitting on the side of the seat, and there was a tree in front of me, and that they had a dog that was walking around out in the yard. And I see this something with eyes glowing moving toward me, which I thought was the dog, until I saw the dog walk up in front of me right beside the car we were in. And then all of a sudden, in Georgia, I don't know, it's crickets.
Or cicadas.
Yes, they're loud.
Always
they're everywhere. Anytime we're outside investigating, it's almost impossible because of the noise. And all of a sudden, I remember all that noise stopped. There were no cicadas or crickets. It was just dead, still silence. And then it got dark all around us, like dark. You couldn't see the moon through the clouds like we could see before. And then I remember I just started taking pictures. And I know it's hard, at nighttime with a cell phone to take pictures because it could be anything. But off in the distance, I began to see, it looked like eyes from down the road. Is maybe, I don't know, I don't know the distance, just a few hundred feet. And absolutely, hang on just a second.
Okay.
Absolutely, we became concerned for our lives because the feeling that came upon us is we are something's prey. You know, we really had that feeling like, you know, if you're in the woods and bears were all around you, we had that feeling like we were something's prey. Um, Michael and I were so concerned that we didn't turn our back, you know, in any area. Actually, we locked arms and um, Michael walked forwards and I walked backwards till we got to the front door. And we were prepared for anything to happen at that
Oh, wow.
point. We just didn't know. It was just that feeling. We went inside, and I don't even know if we told y'all what was going on right off the bat. I mean, we were shaken up over that. After that, Michelle and Michael were taking equipment from the home and loading it up, and they had a similar thing happen then. It got darker than dark. I don't know. Remember if y'all said the crickets stopped?
It all stopped.
But yeah, it was a crazy one up there.
Sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay.
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Now
Okay.
you got to realize it got so dark. It was
Yeah, I
darker
hear
than
you.
normal dark.
Yeah, we could not see.
It was a black
Oh, wow.
dark.
Now
It's
that's
like
dark. If it's like
Yeah.
Texas tea cold dark, then that's dark.
Yes.
Ooh wee. That is something. Hey guys, tell me a little bit about a lot of the plantations. Are you guys able to access any of the plantation homes around there?
Um, not really. We really haven't reached out, but there's a lot of places, you know, that used to be plantation property that's not. The homes are gone now. The little cabins that were out beside them are no longer standing. So, in the area that we live, I would say there's nothing existent anymore like a plantation. We have been down in South
Wow.
Georgia and seen the big plantation houses, but we've never investigated one.
We did investigate a mansion in Atlanta once.
Yeah, we did, but it wasn't an old plantation.
No.
But I'd like to sometime. I
Wow.
would like
I
to.
mean, just because they knock something down, that don't mean that it's
The energy's
it's
not
not
still
there.
there.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They
Absolutely.
yeah, the energy might still be there.
And you know, I was talking
And
about
trust me, it was so negative. I don't think.
yeah.
Oh man, went dead again.
I can hear you if you can hear me.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, awesome.
Oh,
Now there's
again.
still a lot of Civil
There we
War
go.
battlefields in the area.
We have one just in Lost Mountain.
Oh, dude.
Right?
I would. Yeah. Those places are amazing. Uh, you know, unfortunately, here in Texas, the battles were far and few, so we really don't have too much of that around here. We do have the uh, the Texas Mexican war. There's a lot of history in that. There's a lot of battles and battlefields in that. Most of those are state state parks. And what's so crazy about it, they lock those things down at like 6 or 7. And and the state knows there's something there, but
Mm-hmm.
they just don't want the hype. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Same here. There's a battlefield that we go to, Chickamauga. I think that's how you say it. And it's a very haunted place. Lots of history there. A battle took place there. Our family actually went and spent a couple of days there. We went to the park. We rode through. There's still cannons that are said to be in the same spot they were during the battle. You can feel a lot of energy there, but they will not let you in after dark.
Yeah.
I would love to, though.
No, we did
Oh,
go to that range that we did get some activity at that one night. It's been
that
years.
would be a great place. Hey guys, tell me a little bit. Every state has them. Man, I've talked about this 100 times. A lot of state have them. Tell me something about your urban legends that you got there. The things that people talk about, well, you know damn well they're not true, but
Hmm.
it's an urban legend, so it goes. It's been going on for centuries or generations. Can you guys tell me a couple of those?
Well, in Paulding County, which is just over a county or two from us, um, people are reporting seeing a werewolf-like creature, and it's on a some sort of government reserve, or people go camping there now.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be long. We're actually teaming up with a friend of ours, and we're going to be doing some nighttime investigations in those woods. We're about to
Oh.
step out of our comfort zone a little bit and dabble in a little more cryptid. There is a cemetery close to us too. It is called Budapest Cemetery. The people who were buried there were Hungarian. A lot of these people died from tuberculosis and different other diseases. And it's a pretty haunted little cemetery. And we actually pulled up there one night. It used to be a place we would take new team members to train them because we knew they were going to have an experience.
Okay.
Every time we go, we have an experience.
Right.
Michelle actually caught a picture of it looks like a lady in white, a white apparition out in the cemetery. And, but this evening we pulled up, we were meeting some friends of ours there, and we pulled up, and I remember looking straight ahead of me, and I saw something. And I still don't know to this day if it was a Bigfoot or a bear. There's no black bear in the area. We've already researched that. But it off in the distance, all I could make out is it was tall. It was walking upright, and it had a stride to it, like it was a pretty big creature. I'm like punching Michael, look. And he was looking everywhere. And then I'm like, right there. And I remember seeing it go behind trees, and then it would go through a bunch of trees, and then it would reappear over here. And not far from that, Polk County reports they actually have a team of people that go out on a certain mountain there and actually hunt for Bigfoot because there's so many sightings of him there. So yeah, I think Georgia has a Bigfoot, maybe a werewolf. No telling what else.
Right. There's no telling. Uh, I know you guys. What age do you guys want? If somebody was to come and join your team, ask to join, or better yet, just want to come out and just say, "Hey, I've done this. I've done this. I've done that." Give me a good age limit that you will allow them to do so.
Well, we used to have a junior paranormal team. They were aged, I would guess, 12 to 14 at the time. We actually did a case, and a teenage girl had committed suicide in the home. We go through there, and we're getting nothing, no responses. We let one of our teenage investigators, I think she was 13 or 14 at the time. She goes
Mm-hmm.
in and sits in the little girl's old room, and she's talking like, "Hey, I know life's stressful. I'm a teenager too. I go to school here, at this place, and do you want to talk to me? I've been where you were, what you were thinking." And all of a sudden it busted loose. She started getting responses and activity. With the manner in the direction that our paranormal investigating has gone, we get a lot of negative cases now, a lot
Mm-hmm.
more than we used to. I am not open to taking anyone under the age of 18 with us. We do have a team member. His name is Ben. And Ben has investigated with us several occasions. He started with us when he was about 12 or 13.
Oh, wow.
And the thing about this kid is he has more paranormal equipment than we do. But Ben recently just turned 17, and he's got just a few more months now to go, and he may be coming on with us full time. But taking on new team members, probably a new requirement is you've got to be open to all aspects of the paranormal, including demons, elementals. You've got to be open to all this. I really like people who are skeptic, but yet they still believe. We have a person like that on our team. His name is Ronnie Britt, and he will take a little bit of evidence and do everything he can do to debunk that. And somebody looking to join a team, if we were considering them, that they would probably at this point in where we have come, we would probably do a background check and check for certain things to make sure this person is mentally stable. All kind of different requirements. I mean, we're still making up stuff, because we want our team to be protected. We want our team members to be protected. At one point, we did have an occasion where we brought on about maybe 4 or 5 investigators all at once who had never been on a team before. And one of the females had some gifts, but we found out that bringing these people on, that we really didn't know that much about, was causing more confusion on investigations. And we really realized over the past couple of years that we really don't need a big team. Used to, when TAPS first was coming on TV, they had 15 people, and they were all investigating at once in different locations, had this huge team. We have found that the smaller our team has gotten, the better evidence that we capture.
Exactly. Tell me, guys, what do you guys do in your community? How does, Fox Paranormal get their name out besides social media?
Well, that's basically it. We don't advertise. A lot of our cases come word of mouth, or come through our page. Basically, even on my personal page, I don't advertise any. And this is things I don't do. I don't put out religion. I don't put out politics. I don't put out the paranormal. I want my page just to be about me and who I am as a person. So you won't find these things, none of that on my page, because, I want people to see the Destiny Fox that's all about peace and love. We don't advertise in the paper, no TV advertisements, no nothing. But we've always had a generous amount of cases just come to us.
Okay.
If it's meant to be, they're going to find us.
Right. Do you guys, for an example, we have, I don't know if you guys noticed the big moon last week,
Yeah.
the harvest moon. So whenever there's a harvest moon, we have a harvest moon festival. And that's when, people, actually, it's like a big carnival, but, they're celebrating the return of fall. And, and we were able to go out to Georgetown and walk around, got like not really a big booth, just a small little table with some devices, some merchandise. So, we were able to get our names. Our names are out, but we were just able to keep that awareness that we are out there, and if you want to get a hold of us, that's, you able to do that. So that's how we're able to, spread awareness. People come ask questions, because people are curious, especially on things that they don't, you know what I'm saying? So that's how we're able to actually, what is that noise? Is that me?
No, it's Michael's grandfather clock going off.
Oh.
Telling us it's 9 o'clock. So you're going to hear 9 bells.
No, it's it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 8 o'clock. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I mean,
It's 8 o'clock.
yeah, and plus, we're able to have a meet and greet at Buffalo Wild Wings. I mean, the community is pretty open to us as far as us being there, and just coming in and having a good time and showing people awareness. So
Right.
that's how we're able to get around, and not me. Plus, me having a big logo on the side of my truck. I mean, I think that kind of helps. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the process of putting another one on the back, but I haven't had the opportunity to do it. I bought it, but it's been sitting in my back seat for like a month, and I've yet to pull that sticker out and put it on the back window. I need to do that. Yeah, so I mean, awareness
Well,
is
we
great.
do. We go to different paracons. We were just this week and invited to something similar at Waverly Hills that they're having out in the parking lot. We may go. I'm not for certain right now. But we had been places where we would set up our vending table. People come by and talk to us. We would direct them to our page. We've got a big banner, Fox Paranormal. Got a little pull-out banner that says Michael and Destiny Fox, Fox Paranormal. Um, we actually stepped out of our comfort zone and went to Las Vegas, Nevada
Oh,
this past December to a Paracon there. And it was real exciting. We got to meet a lot of good people. We got to meet new teams, and we got to speak about a haunted object that we have. And then we were invited to Wisconsin to the Parametaphysical Convention, and that was pretty cool. We went up there and almost froze to death. It snowed the first day we got there. It snowed the day we got to Vegas. We went to Las Vegas, Nevada, and it snowed. That's kind of unreal.
oh wow.
We go to
Yeah,
Wisconsin,
that is
it snowed. We went this past May to Virginia
To the Virginia
to a Paracon. And then we have one coming up just next week. And if anybody's in Alabama and they want to attend this, it's called the Deep South Comic-Con, and it's in Delville, Alabama. It's Friday and Saturday, and we're looking so forward to this. There's going to be not only us, a demonologist named Jeremy Leonard. Um, he was on Ghost of Morgan City, and I almost said Ghost of Morgantown, and I saw he was watching this, so I don't want to get that wrong. Ghost of Morgan City, and he's going to be there. Lee Triana, Terry Brown is going to be there. A demonologist named Leon Wilkes, Blaine Rowan. There's some pretty good named people that's going to be there. Some we haven't met before, and some we're good friends with. So we're looking forward to it.
All right, Anthony. No, I did not get kicked out of my house. uh, I'm up in I'm up in Tyler, Texas. As you guys know, that's about 30 minutes away from Mineola. They asked me to come up and do a commercial for the event on October 22nd. Yeah, I know. After they told me not to do it, they called me back and asked me to do it. So that's why I'm up here, and I'm also up here visiting my son from school. He's at the football game right now. So no, I did not get kicked out of my house. No, how can a single man get kicked out of his house? I don't know how that one can even be achieved. But anyway, no, sorry, fella. Yeah, so they definitely asked me to come up here and do a commercial and a 30-minute podcast with them. Actually, Heidi, I met Heidi at the, she was out in the yard doing work, so I really didn't speak to her. I said hello. I just did the podcast and 20-minute commercial, and I just left because I had to get back to Tyler before the game, and I had to get back to Austin, which is a 4.5 hour ride, so I can get to work in the morning. So my night is going to be very long. But anyway, yeah. So sorry, Anthony. I'll just have to throw that in there, guys. All right. Hey, Fox Paranormal, you guys are pretty interesting team. How many teams are in your community besides you guys?
Um, I really don't think there's any active right now. There are 2 or 3 teams that are from our area that have a page, but I don't think they're active at the moment. We try to reach out and
Mm-hmm.
let other teams know, hey, we're not a competition here. We'd like to
Right.
work together. Let's do something together. We're that kind of team. We're not stuck up at all. Despite the rumors, we are not. We love meeting other teams and, planning events with them. Stan and Teresa Fikes with the Web Paranormal Group, they're based just outside of Dothan, Alabama. They're a good friend team of ours. We've investigated with them, and they're the ones putting on the Paracomic-Con in Delville next weekend. So,
Okay.
we do like working with other teams.
It seems like you guys have a lot of Paracons in that part of the country. It seems like you guys have one of those at least once a week. I mean, it does. I mean,
Sometimes it feels like it.
at least once a week. In Texas, they're a far and few. I mean, there's the Black Swan Inn that's going on right now, but it seemed like, I mean, I'm not hating on Texas. I love the state. I'm not from here. I'm from Colorado, but it seems like we're a little bit behind on Paracons. I mean, is it? I think it's. I don't know, but to me, that's what it seems like. It really does. It seems like you guys are just a week after week after week. You guys are headed somewhere, or something's going on pretty big that draws a lot of of paranormal investigators in your state.
Yeah. And I want to go back for a minute. Mary Young asked how to get to our paranormal page. I just posted the link for her. So, but yeah, we don't really have a lot of Paracons here per se, but we do like going to them in the area. I'm glad to see more coming to our part of the United States. I'm glad to be going to Alabama, and it's good to go out and travel to all these states. But I am actually thinking about putting on a big one next year. Well, maybe a little one. I'm not sure. But if I do, I'm going to invite you out for that. It'll be
Oh,
fun.
cool! I
I
love a road trip.
Yeah, I sent a message out to the owner of a haunted location, and I won't talk about it right now because I haven't gotten a response yet. Thinking very seriously that we're going to have one, maybe next November, not this coming November, but the next one. I'm working on that. I've never put one together before, so I know Stan and Teresa are going crazy with the one they're putting on, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, and you know what? It seemed like it's pretty easy to do, but there's a lot of work in doing that. I mean, I'm helping out a team that's planning on putting an event together, but I did not know it was so much work.
A lot of work.
There's a lot of, you got to put a lot of time and effort into that.
Right, and the
And
key
it
thing.
seems to be a pain in the butt.
It really, for real, I can see where it is, because they're here a week out and they're remembering things that they had to do. They're trying to put stuff together, and I want to help them. I'm like, she said, help. She said, are you still at work yesterday? And I said, yes. I said, but what do you need? And she said, help. And I was like, just tell me what to do. I'll do anything I can to help them. But they're still 3.5 hours, 4 hours away. So any help I am, you'll have to wait till I get there.
Yeah. All right. Hey, tell me some of the equipment now. You say that the kid has more equipment than y'all, but tell me some of the equipment that you guys deal with. That you guys have.
all about that.
I don't know where to
You
start.
just slide right on in here.
Okay, some of the equipment we have, the standard K2s. We have the millimeters. We have several night vision video cameras. About 18 cameras for our DVR system.
We actually have 3, well, 2 that we use on
8.
shoots.
Yeah.
We're ready for anything.
Yeah.
And a lot of cord.
Yeah, we have a lot of cord.
Yes.
SLS. We use the SLS quite a bit. We have the portal. I think we have every spirit box that anybody's ever made.
Right. The 7, the 11.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah, the Ovilus. We have.
Okay.
Oh.
Now, you guys have any of those ghost balls running around? Those little cat balls?
Cat balls.
Yeah,
Michelle is our cat ball.
we have the ghost balls. We also just added a drone to the collection.
Right.
Okay. Now, if I could tell you guys that I have something in my arsenal that will, if I showed you guys this, you guys would probably throw all your cameras away, or you'll probably start giving them to another team, because these devices that I have are super effective, and they will actually cost a lot less than than a camera. Actually, they are cameras. I'm sorry. They are a little bit cheaper, and they're 4K, 1080p, motion detected, all in the same of one. And guess what they are? Can you guys tell me what they think they are?
What are you talking about? Like a Ring doorbell? What are you talking about?
No.
Okay.
No. Or you guys are close. You guys are close. These here.
Your glasses. Really?
My glasses. Really.
Huh.
I got glasses that are 4K, motion detected, 1080p if you choose, night vision glasses. And the camera is right here.
Oh.
And you know why I bought them? Because it frees up my hands.
Right.
And the one thing that,
everywhere you look is where it's going to be recording.
Exactly. So if you hear something, what is the first thing on your body that moves?
Your head.
Your head. You want to look to where you hear the noise.
Exactly. Not your camera. At first, people think it's your camera that moves first. No, your body just don't work like that, because your body is in tune to seeing it. Because once it hears and sees things, your head is going to move. It's normally your head, then your hands, or whatever comes next. But if you have those glasses on that are camera operated, you're going to pick up everything, because your head is the first thing to move. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I've actually invested in 4 of those. I have 4 sets of those, and we've been really successful each time that we've used them.
Cool.
I don't have if you guys ever looked at any of my podcasts, and I have that Texas Four Corners Paranormal podcast where I invite paranormal investigators from from 4 corners of Texas, north, south, east, and west. We all some of the best investigators in the state of Texas. We all come together and we all share knowledge, and we all, just talk paranormal. Now, at the end of that podcast, which I am the host of, I'll always ask all 4, it depends, all 4 of those teams a little something about me. And because when I do this, I want people to research things about me. But if you get that right, I will send you a camera. I'll send you something, I'm doing that for a reason because I'm trying to eliminate the stockpile of equipment that I have. And I'm thinking that teams might need them besides me. That's how I like to give back to the community, especially the paranormal community. And I love those people that are out there just trying to start up their own team. I mean, the best way to help them out is, okay, if you answer this question, dude, I will send you this 4K camera. If you know, just think, just general questions about me, and if they answer them, I'll send it to them. So far, 2 people have been successful. So I basically sent 2 cameras out to teams that are just now getting started.
Wow,
And
that's
they are
awesome.
in love with them.
That's
So
awesome
yeah, I
that you
mean,
do.
I'll do whatever I can to help teams out that are successful. But those cameras that are here, oh man, see, most people don't think about that. You know, they so used to having cameras in their hand and having
Hmm.
cameras follow them with other people following them behind the cameras. Well, hell, they just don't know. They're missing the action too because their body is reacting the same way your body reacts. There's nothing
Right.
going to change. I don't care how big or small or wide or short you are, your body's going to act the same way. You know what I'm saying? And I just
That's true.
happen to see those things. I'm like, wait a minute, I think that might be good on as investigating. And another thing, guys, I don't know if you guys got Five Below in
Yes,
your
we do.
town. Do you guys have that little store over there?
Not in our town, but a town close
Man, go
by.
hit that store up. There is yeah, that store has so much paranormal stuff in there, man. People just don't realize how, you can go there and just motion light, motion light, motion light, motion light. Man, go hit those places up and get all the
And
motion
then like
detection that you
they've got
want.
those little balls with like the lightning in.
Electricity, yeah.
And if they're touched, then don't the sparks go to that direction?
Yep.
A friend of ours bought one. I don't know what you call them, a static
ball, maybe.
static ball or
Electric
something like
Static
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the
And
pepper.
yeah, guys, I found a cat ball. It's not really a cat ball. It's called a dog ball. The size of because I had problems losing those damn cat balls because they're so small in the dark. You're in the cemetery and you throw them down, and the minute they go off and you turn your head, you're like, oh shit, you can't see them. Where in the hell they go? Oh, well, you just lost one. I got the one the size of a softball.
Wow.
Wow.
Believe it or not, it's about that big, and it glows red, and it sings songs. It has
Oh wow.
different types of music on it. Where when it goes off, the music plays. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. When I get back to the house, I'm gonna send you guys a screenshot of it. And
Yeah.
I have not lost that ball yet.
Even children's toys.
That ball is
have to
so.
put the buttons on the children's toys.
Oh,
It's a good trigger for the little ones that may be at a location as well because
we
you
didn't
have
even
to
mention our custom built RIM pod,
Oh,
Foxy.
we did.
Yeah.
We need to get Foxy and show them.
Yeah, we have a REM pod that was special made for us by a guy named Donald Martin, Southern Paranormal, down in Kosciuszko, Mississippi. And she's quite unique. She is a stuffed animal, a fox, and she is a REM pod. And she never lets us down. She has met and posed with so many celebrities. It is unreal.
She even has a little signature on her little hiney.
Yeah, Josh Gates.
Yeah.
He has signed her little butt.
And he thought that was hilarious.
Oh, wow.
He's never had that opportunity
Jason
before.
Hans, Hulk Helder took a picture of us.
Yeah, just several. It's been amazing. She gets around. She's been to Vegas. She went to Wisconsin with us. And I don't think I took her to Virginia.
She was in Tennessee.
Yeah.
A couple locations there.
And she came from Mississippi.
She came from Mississippi.
Oh.
Little southern.
Do you guys have Do you guys have a medium on your team?
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about her.
Well, you're talking to her. And I'm the type where I haven't fully developed my gift. But there are times on
Mm-hmm.
investigations, like the time that I actually saw the apparition. Most of mine comes through speaking in my right ear. I can ask a question, even if we're doing an EVP session. I can ask a question, and I hear the response in my ear, and I'll tell Michael. He's usually the one that goes back and listens to our sessions. When I hear that, I'll say, Michael, you're going to get the response right there. And sure enough, when you go back, you've got the response.
Yeah.
I'm trying to develop this in a better way.
Mm-hmm.
And um, all of our team members have some type of gift that when we put all of our abilities together, we're able to pull off one hell of an investigation together.
Oh, I bet. Wow. I mean, I've never seen a team that has a multitude of mediums or special people. I mean, that would be something just to just sit back and watch.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That would be very interesting. Hey,
Yeah, it is.
I am gonna. I have a sticky subject I want to talk to you guys about, and I've talked to everybody about it. Um, let's talk about Hollywood. Do you guys watch? I know you guys used to watch Taps and Ghost Adventures and all those crazy movies, TV shows and stuff. Uh, how exactly do you guys feel about Hollywood and way they portray paranormal investigators?
Well, it is a TV show, and I assume they have to keep their audience. Um, I don't watch a lot of paranormal shows. I like to watch Ghost Caught on Camera, and I was a fan of Ghost of Morgan
Morgan
City. I didn't say Morgantown. Ghost of Morgan City. I did watch that, and I watch Taps. I do like to watch them, but I think it's so different watching them and investigate and the evidence that they capture opposed to the way we investigate and the things that we capture. uh, there are paranormal shows when you watch and you watch and you watch, and it could be different cases and all. It seems like it falls into the rut. You know exactly what they're going to do, what they're going to say on every investigation. I stopped watching this show because every investigation was the same. Every conclusion at the end of the show was the same. And so I'm like, I want something different, And so it's different from TV and actually going out with your team and investigating. We're not
Right.
obligated to go by a script. We're not obligated to overreact if we hear something. I'm not saying those shows are fake by no means, but our investigating is a little bit less dramatic. And I think I've stayed on mutual ground here.
Right. Hey, less dramatic. You ain't got to worry about getting your ratings up and all that stuff. And find I watch YouTube more than I watch regular TV, and some of the best amateur paranormal videos are on YouTube.
Absolutely.
I watch a show called Nukes, NUKES Top Five. Guys, go look this up and watch. Just watch it, and I'll let you guys decide on what you think about that show because it
Okay.
has some of the best amateur videos of the paranormal you can ever catch. And it's not just here in the States, it's all over the world.
Yeah,
And
we are about to embark on. We do have a YouTube channel. There's not a lot there. But our goal here in the next few weeks is to start filming a lot more of our investigations, unless it's confidential client cases, which a lot of our clients are like, hey, go for it. Put it on Facebook. Let's live stream
Right.
this. A lot of them, are all for it. But then we've got some, due to who they are and their standing in the community or their jobs, they don't want people to know about this because of their positions. So we do keep those strictly confidential. Even if we catch something fabulous and the whole world would like to see, we do honor our confidentiality with our clients, but we do want to film more of us investigating and put on our YouTube channel so people could see who we are and how we investigate,
Right.
what our techniques are, because every team is different.
Oh
Everybody
yeah,
has
definitely.
their own way of doing things.
Yep. And guys, I mean, I am really trying to change the way paranormal investigators investigate. That is my goal. True enough, I'm a paranormal investigator. I'm a podcaster, and I love doing both. But I am at a point where I know that the that paranormal investigating can be done a lot better than than what it's doing now. That so my goal out there is, you know, if I gotta look at a different million different stores to find out what's the best way, for paranormals to investigate the equipment that they're using, hopefully to change all that. Well, that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Because I know there's a better way that we can be successful and a better way, the equipment that we can use to get better evidence. And there's a better way that we can go out and promote ourselves and get and get the acknowledgement and get the evidence that we think that we can get. That is
Right.
my
and
goal.
and real
You know,
evidence that we watched um on YouTube, and then saw a person on the paranormal caught on tape, and I know this person. I've met this person, and I'm like, come on, dude, you just did that yourself, you know. But I would like to see more authentic uh, investigations done and broadcast out. And I know a lot of it is just for entertainment purposes only, but those entertainment only for their purpose gives people like us that are trying to get legitimate evidence and present it to our clients and to the world. We want to give them the real stuff. We don't want to have to fake something and give it
right,
to anybody.
Well, there's too much out there. We don't have to fake it.
There's so much real out there. It doesn't have to be mimicked or made up. There's a lot
right.
there is true paranormal activity out in the world. Let's
Oh,
go
definitely.
find that and let's show that to the world.
Now, are you see? I'm this type of guy. Is I'm not one of those big commercialized properties where 100 and 1,000,001 paranormal investigators go to investigate. And just because there is 100 and 1,000,001 paranormal investigators been there already, you're probably gonna get the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the type
Mm-hmm.
of investigator that likes to go to all places, or or in a cemetery on the side of a highway. I'm that type of guy that would pull over on the side of 35 and go investigate because I know there's nobody that's like me, a paranormal investigator has been there and tried to collect evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys the same way?
Yeah, well, because
Yeah,
a lot of it too, you go to these bigger haunted locations that, like you said, 100 million others have gone to. It almost exhausts it.
right. And even Michael will agree on this. We like to go places where very few teams have been. If we hear of a new place opening, we want to get it. We want to be one of the first 10 teams in there to investigate, because I don't want our investigation based on what 150 teams have already experienced. I want new stuff. But now I'm very careful when we go into just
Mm-hmm.
any cemetery. I had an experience in one, and it was just a cemetery on the side of the road. You know, we passed by it, and I'm like, Michael, let's just go in there. And it wasn't so much we were paranormal investigating, it's just I like to look at the headstones. I like to look at the symbols on the headstones because a lot of people don't know if there's symbols on there. Those symbols represent something about who that person was. Um, if they belong to clubs or, you know, what country they were from. There's just different things that you can find out about the person that's in the ground there just by looking at the headstone. And we were just walking around, and we when we left, something like took my breath. Like I could not breathe. I was in distress, and we were probably 10 minutes away from there, and still I couldn't breathe. And I'm like, Michael, I can't breathe. You know, I'm struggling. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. And I think you said, if there's anything in the car with us, get out now and leave. And when he did that, I actually began to breathe again. So I'm very cautious when I go in, but I still love it, you know. But I proceed with caution. Probably I'm more prone to say, hey, I'm not here to cause any problems. I just want to visit you. I just want to look around, you know, make sure they
Right.
know, hey,
Now, do you guys
I'm here.
have any animals at the house?
I do.
Uh-oh.
I have a dog, Addie, who is super sensitive. I have a cat in the house. Her name's Midnight. And outside of our house, we live in a house out in the country, and people are prone to put their unwanted little kitty cats out here. I think it's because they see cats roaming over. There's about 19 cats that roam on this property that are well fed, by the way.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, there's a lot of cats. I look at them as my protectors.
Do you ever take your dog on an investigation with you?
She is about to turn 8 months old, and with her being sensitive, we do want to take her. I
Okay.
do want to see how she would do on an investigation. We do
Now,
want to take her.
are you guys are you planning on putting a dog cam on her?
Um, Probably the GoPro, attach it to her collar. I've thought about that.
Yeah, that would be very interesting. If you guys do that, please send me the video. But I would love to
Oh, we
see what
definitely will.
exactly that she catches, you know, because that's one thing that I notice a lot of paranormal investigators don't do is take their dog with them. And trust me, yeah, the dog's eye sense is twice as, you know, is twice
Hmm.
as sensitive as ours. They can sense and pick up just about anything, you
Right.
know.
I'll
So,
never. I'll never.
yeah, if I had a dog, I would
I'll,
be will be my sidekick.
yeah. I have noticed that when she's laying on the bed with us, or she's got tall ears, and a friend of ours, Jeremy, calls her bat dog because her ears stick straight up, but her ears will start tuning to where she hears a noise, and she hears it before we do, or she'll jump up and look toward the door, and then after she does that, we'll begin to hear what she's hearing. So she is very sensitive, um, to say, and all dogs are, I guess, but she hears things before we do, and she responds to things that we don't seem to see or hear at the time. So she's like our warning bell that something is about to happen.
There you go. I love a puppy. Puppies are pretty cool. Man, puppies are like kids, you know, and you know, since you know, basically they are, you know, they are
Yeah,
very
she's my baby
enlightened.
girl.
You know, got that killer.
It's my.
Yeah, they got that killer sense, man. They can sense just about anything,
Mhm.
and I really love that. All right, guys. There any question that you guys would like to ask me? I mean, Here's your
Yes.
opportunity.
Like, what is the name of your paranormal team?
My paranormal team is NSPS TV Paranormal.
Okay, so the same as
We are
okay.
a team of same, but without the podcast. We are a team of 5 oriented team. Hey, shout out to Chad. Today is his birthday. Happy 30th, shall we?
Happy birthday.
Happy
Yes.
birthday.
Sorry I wouldn't be there to. Too bad I won't be there to drink up all your beer and throw up on your carpet. I'll do it tomorrow.
So do you guys ever now
But yeah,
we are podcasters too?
yeah, we are
Questions.
small. Huh?
You were stalling out there for a minute. I was going to ask you, have you guys done any negative cases? Maybe how do y'all handle negative cases when y'all come across them?
Actually, we have not came across any negative cases since we've been investigating. Believe it or not, guys. No, I mean, we got people like you say. There's always somebody there that you can count on if you need that. But most of our cases is, hey, our job is to come in to validate if there's anything that we can't handle. Here's our emergency number. Contact these people ASAP. We can get them down here within 24 hours. But no, we've never had that. And it's weird that we haven't. I'm thanking God because I don't know how I'll react towards it. So just yeah, it's been pretty cool so far. No negative cases
I remember our first as a team, and it
anymore.
was pretty crazy. Our first negative case that we ever got, and that was the one where something followed us home and affected our lives for a very long time. And it was a learning experience. It really was. And so from that case, we went on to learn how to handle these things a little bit better. And we're always open to referring teams on cases. If it's a case that we have not been able to get the clients resolved to, yeah, by all means, we'll have somebody else come in that may have expertise or whatever in an area that maybe we don't have.
Cool.
Matter of fact, Addie
All
is
right.
right here
Cool.
between us.
So what do you guys? Yeah, you kind of breaking up there.
Yeah, you did too a little bit.
Hello.
What was your question? Can you hear us?
Yeah. Yeah, I can. You're breaking out a little bit. Sorry about that. What is your next investigation? Is you guys got something planned next week?
We do. There isn't a dinner and an investigation at the Paracomic-Con we're going to in Delville, Alabama. I am not real sure the location, and I'm not even sure that everybody's seeing us because Terry's gone and we're still here. But we will carry on. We'll wait for a second for him to get back. Probably lost all sound.
I think they're all still seeing us. They're just not seeing him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there is an investigation attached to the Paracomic-Con in Delville, Alabama, and they actually have a Facebook page. So if anybody can hear us and you want to go check out that page, I think it's like $55. You get a nice dinner, and you get to investigate with all the guests that are going to be there as well. Turn up your sound and see if you can hear us.
What's the name of the page?
Deep South Paracomic-Con. Deep South Paracomic-Con. So we are still live on Terry's show.
Yeah.
You just took it over.
I'm sure he'll be back on in a minute.
He will. I'm sure he will.
Don't even get it.
So if everybody's hearing us okay and seeing us okay, just give us a thumbs up on the message board so we know that we're still going here.
But we are looking forward to that investigation. And have you ever been on a podcast and then you have this Twilight Zone moment and it's like, na 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 na.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We lost our host, so I'm going to send him a text. Yeah, Michelle actually just posted the link to the Deep South Paracomic-Con, and it's worth the drive. This is going to be amazing. They're brand new to Paracons, and I'm sure they've got a lot in store. That they've hinted at us different things. But since we've lost our host, I guess we're going to end this. And again, go like Fox Paranormal on our Facebook page. If you have trouble finding it, it's at Fox Paranormal. The name of the page is Fox Paranormal. We also run the Paranormal Fox. It's a little group, and we just post funny memes there. I've just opened it up so other people can post there as well. We have Fox Paranormal Advertising, where we invite teams. Please come and share your podcast, share your events. Putting on a ghost hunt, looking for people to come buy tickets. Hey, post it there. Wanting to get more pages, more likes on your pages, by all means. Yeah, Terry says, sorry guys, lost my live stream. It was nice talking to you guys. Let's do it again. So we're going to say goodnight to our hosts, but reach out to us. Destiny Fox on my Facebook page. You can reach us through our pages. We also have a podcast each Thursday night. We won't be having one next week, but we interview different teams, different people, and we just have fun with it. The podcast is called The Paranormal Fox Chat. You can find us on Spotify. And so we invite you to listen in at 8 o'clock live. You can go to our page and we post the links there. But it was good to be on Terry's show. And on behalf of Terry, guys, peace and love. Catch you next time.